The threatened tariffs go into effect worldwide. I watched Trump's press conference as he announced the well-publicized implementation of tariffs against the rest of the world. He referred to it as Liberation Day. As I've mentioned before, I would have preferred a much more targeted and reasoned approach. Many economists and other business experts agree with me. This is despite the obvious rationale stopping the rest of the world from taking advantage of the USA and its consumers. Trump indicated that the minimum tariff for goods brought into the U.S. would be 10%. And in turn, automobiles from around the world would be 25%, then 25% on imported auto parts starting in early May. He then showed a chart featuring some of the amazingly high tariffs being charged against various U.S. goods around the world. Generally, the retaliatory tariffs were half what the others were charging the U.S. I'm not sure how this would be fully retaliatory approach, but whatever it is, I can agree with the concept, even though I do not agree with the way this was handled. To be sure, every economist and business expert interviewed in the media sounded the alarm that this will, at least in the short run, cost consumers more money. Given how expensive cars already are, this is causing real heartburn with regard to autos, and it may also translate into higher housing prices, with material costs being accelerated. Trump made a big deal out of 20 members of the Auto Workers Union being at his big presentation. He perhaps correctly has projected a renaissance for both the American auto industry and the steel and aluminum industries. That could be a positive long term for the United States. He then mirrored a major concern that I have. Many pharmaceuticals are no longer made in the U.S. This was revealed during the COVID supply crisis. I agree that it's critical that at least some of each basic level of supplies of pharmaceuticals must be made in the United States. In fairness, he did point out the amazing level of commitments for capital expenditures in the U.S. by major companies like Apple and Taiwan Semiconductor. Regarding these tech giants, this could help reduce America's dependence on the rest of the world. Long term, I expect that countries that are run by smart people are going to sit down and negotiate with the Trump administration. Going back to 1776, Adam Smith, in his famed Wealth of Nations, emphasized that countries should make what they do best. It is also called competitive advantage. The U.S. has a unique position since it makes many things well. However, we also have relatively high labor costs and costs of living relative to many other countries. One question I have had about all of this is whether the president can place, remove, or adjust tariffs without congressional approval. I sort of got my answer from GOP's Chuck Grassley. He has proposed a bill that would require Congress's approval of tariffs within 60 days after the president implements them, or they would then expire. Note that Grassley's Republican and claims his proposed bill would be bipartisan. I can see some merit to enacting such a bill. Running a massive government with executive orders is sloppy at best. The stock market investors, like usual, hate uncertainty, and the markets crash heavily after Trump's announcements. My usual stand is to, one, never give investment advice to anyone else, but I am also going to stand pat and expect the markets to get back to normal in the future. Nobody knows what that time frame will be, of course. This is Dr. David D. Schein. Thanks for joining me for this special edition of Saving America. Remember, a new Saving America show is aired on the Brushwood Media Network every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Listen on any of the 16 network stations, Apple or Google mobile app, Apple CarPlay, TuneIn, Smart Speaker, and all smart TVs. Find more information at the brushwoodmedianetwork.com. Please be sure to join us each week. We welcome and love your feedback from our growing audience.